welcome to this short series of videos on how to prepare and submit your credentials application. In this video, I'm going to go over the part of the form in which you document the didactic education that you've received during your residency. So, let's get going. Form 3 on the application is for documenting the formal learning you've had during your residency. The minimum required is 200 hours, but as before, you need to document a range of events that encompasses all of the learning modules. You need to show you're ready to become a diplomate, so include all the formal courses and workshops you've done to demonstrate this. Some time ago, the Credentials Committee abbreviated these as ITRs, or Individual Training Records. Sometimes you'll still see this referred to in our documentation. Just as you did with Form 2 for your skills and experience documentation, you need to document sufficient training in all of the required learning modules. The form is constructed in the same way as Form 2. You create a table, first, of all the educational activities you've done, and then you complete an individual Form 3.1 for each of the training events listed in the table. As with Form 2, the person who provided the training must verify your successful completion. If you did not receive a form of written verification, the course administrator will need to sign and date the individual training record, Form 3.1. In many cases, particularly with those in standard training programs, the course director acts as administrator for much of the coursework. If an individual was responsible for several of your ITRs, he or she can submit a copy of your training table containing all the training events together and just sign it once. This part of the application can get very large, and if possible, we would like to have all the training forms and certificates put together in one single PDF. Save it with the file name indicated here. There are several ways to scan the documents into PDF format. As long as they're legible, you can use the least resolution so as to save on file size. If the documents are not in English, please provide a translation. It does not have to be a professional, official translation, just enough so that the reviewers know what they have. Here's the blank Form 3 with the table on which you'll enter all your relevant training events. In Table 3.1, you list all ITRs and total the hours earned for each learning activity in this box. Remember, of course, that the minimum requires 200 hours, but you must provide evidence that you've mastered the range of topic areas required of a specialist. Here is a Form 3.1 which you will complete for each of the activities listed in your table. Once you've entered the basic information, mark the box next to the learning module that was covered in this activity. Indicate what animal species were included in this training, and if possible, the number of animals that were used. This will obviously not be applicable in every case, but it does provide additional helpful information to the reviewers. As an illustration, let's ask Ronald Scott to come back and share his application. Ron, as you may recall, had several years of experience in mixed practice and a PhD in virology based on a study of coronavirus disease in the ferret. He completed an alternate route residency during and after his PhD studies and has now gained a year of experience as a lab animal vet at a vaccine development company. Here is Ron's table of ITRs. His first course was a mandatory training course for designated vets in the UK. He went on to accumulate this list of courses and events to supplement his earlier training in virology. Notice that Ron managed to collect written documentation of nearly all his coursework. He will only have to need the course coordinators sign the Forms 3.1 for the courses on disease models in pigs and the time that he spent learning about rodent surgery at the University of Edinburgh. Here is Form 3.1 for Ron's NVS course. He's entered the course number from Table 3.1 and the 8 hours of credit that he earned. In the learning module topics, he's indicated that the course included information about the range of things that are indicated. This course is required in the UK for anyone taking up the legal title of named veterinary surgeon, and the course covers information required of all NVSs by the government. Ron has indicated on his species table that although no live animals were used during the course, the species indicated were specifically discussed as a part of the course offering. At the bottom of Form 3.1, he's entered the name of the course coordinator and indicated that the signed certificate of completion is attached. Dr. Lloyd did not therefore have to sign this document, since she has already signed the certificate. If Ron did not have a written document signed by the course coordinator, he would have sent this form to that person for a date and signature. And here is the lovely certificate of completion that Ron received when he completed the course, complete with the signatures of the course providers at the bottom. Well, there you have it. We've come to the end of another video. I hope you found it useful. If not, well, hello everyone, and welcome to this short series of videos on how to prepare and submit your credentials application. In this video, I'm going to go over the part of the form in which you document the didactic education that you've received during your residency. So, let's get going.